Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on the Dave Gudget FM channel. It's time for another I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles StrikerLESS West Ham story. We are right through the major part of season 3 now. We are going through the month of February. We've got some big games coming up, and we've also got another trip to Wembley. So let's just go through the games and see how we've got on. Like I said, we are now into the business end of the season. We are going through February. We have got some big games to play here. Last time out you saw us, we won 3-1 against Sheffield United, a team that reasonably been a difficult team for us to beat. We started off the February with a home trip. We finally had some home games. A home game versus Chelsea. Now, Chelsea have been struggling of late. When we played them, they were sitting 7th in the Premier League, outside the European spots. No title to contention again for them. So we kept up the 5-3-2-0 formation. It was an unchanged team from the one that went out against Sheffield United. The first half was a very, it was tight affair. As you expect, Chelsea are a good team. Starting the second half, Chelsea started the brightest. And 10 minutes into the second half, Odsonne Edouard firing them into a lead, and it was by and large deserved. 15 minutes to go though, and Babu on the right firing over to Luke Thomas, firing his very first goal for West Ham. And then 3 minutes after that, and Babu again being a major point of creativity for us, firing over, and Charles Alina nodding it in at the far post. It was a totally deserved victory. It was a very tight game. As I said, there's only 9 attempts in total from both teams. From it, we had 7, 2 on target, scored for them both. They only had 2 attempts in total in the entire game. On target with both of them, and scored with 1. So it was a totally deserved. It wasn't a thrilling game. It wasn't end to end. It was a very cagey, midfield heavy game, but we came through it. It was a big test that I'm really pleased that we came through. Before we go any further, though, just young Luke Thomas here that we brought in on deadline day, 21-year-old Englishman. This is a guy that we bought from Leicester, and he was bought, to be honest, purely and simply because he's Leicester born and bred. He still lives. In fact, he lives 2 miles down the road. Probably less than that, actually. He lives in the same village that I live in. He started playing football at the club that I coach at under 15s. So probably 10 years ago now, he started at the same club that my lad plays at now. So yeah, it was a little bit of a personal reason signing him, but he's got back up. His move, his tackling is only 12, but crossing, dribbling, first touch, passing, work rate of 15. He's got the lot, pace, stamina, natural fitness. He is going to be a very good good player in the game in the years to come. But yes, because I needed a left back, because Simcast was injured and kept getting injured. Firpo, he was the only one, so I needed another one. And yeah, he was available. He was quite cheap. It's only 4.5 million for a 21-year-old English Premier League left back. But he's coming in now. He will be a very good player for us. So that was him. But he scored an absolutely cracking goal to open his account for us. After Chelsea, we had another home game versus Man U. Again, this is one that we beat them in the Carabao quarterfinals. And to be honest with us, this was another game that we deserved the win off. It was a 1-0 win. Now, the only change in this formation was Ben Rahama coming in for Zaniolo, who was tired and needed a rest. And Babu, who was such a good player in the Chelsea game, didn't have as good a game this time out, but it didn't really matter. on the hour. Paulo Fornals robs his man and runs through the half and tucks it away. And that's all she wrote. It was another one that not as cagey as the Chelsea game. It wasn't as thrilling as other games have been. It was a standard 1-0. They had one ruled out for offside in the 25th minute, but he was a long way offside. Very, very satisfactory win. We're coming through these big tests now, and we're coming through them with wins and keeping on the pressure with against Liverpool. They were at the stage here. They were 2 points ahead of us. They were matching us game for game for game, point for point for point. After that, it was a trip to the Hawthorns. It was West Brom. Again, totally unchanged side, with the exception then of Mbabu, who got dropped out for Kenny. He needed a game. West Brom were bottom 3, and this was an excuse I saw to give him a run out. And this one, whereas the other two have been very, very cagey affairs, this one was far from it. This is another one where the stats don't really play out the entire story of the game. First half, 26th minute, Ben Rahama played through, and a lovely little dinky chip over the keeper in off the far post. 5 minutes later, Ben Rahama turned provider to Bowen, 1-2 with a layer, and he fires at home. Then just after the second half, Ben Rahama again a cracking free kick, and then again 5 minutes after that, Ben Rahama hat trick. He'd done very, very well coming in for Zaniolo. Then West Brom woke up. They made some changes, pulled one back. 15 minutes to go. Oh, it was easy. He was happy. Everything was going well until 2 minutes later, 8-Pom comes in, dinks it over the oncoming Schlager. 4-2. It's fine. 92nd minute, Pereira with a free kick. 4-3. And yeah, there was a little bit of panic in my heart then, but we held on. I must admit, I made the change for Ben Rahama. Brought him off after he got his hat trick. Made a couple of changes. Cardoso came off, and Winks came off for Noble, and Lascelles didn't do very well at all. He was at fault for at least one of the goals. So yeah, maybe my own fault with making the subs, but there we go. We held on for the win. It was another win. Not too bad there. After that, it was time to come back to the Champions League, and it was an away trip to Napoli. Decided against the 4-3-3-0 that's done me so well in the group stage. We kept the 5-2-3-0. Luke Thomas is not registered for the Champions League, so Firpo came back in. Apart from that, it was Zaniolo in for Elena, who had picked up a knock. Once again, with this, we came out absolutely all guns blazing. And in the 9th minute, Kerber feeding Junior Firpo, who slotted it across, deflection into the path of Bowen, first time finish, 1-0. On 19 minutes, Bowen got took out, Zaniolo steps up for the free kick. But then in the second half, Koulibaly, after a pinball in the area, picks it up, and then with 15 to play, another one that is very fortunate, really. Keeper dives to make the save, deflected back to the striker, and Politano tucks it into an unguarded net. Finished 2-2. I'm not too bothered about that, to be honest. They had more chances, sure, but our XG was higher. It's 2 away goals. That's the most important part there for me. So it's one that we can go when they come back to us. We know that a draw, really, any kind of draw, and is good enough, should be good enough for us to go through. It kept us an unbeaten month as well for us, though. After that, and bear in mind, this is another busy month for us, 7 games played. It was a home game, versus Everton. And once again, we come out all guns blazing, get ourselves an early goal. Once again, it's that man Bowen, Zaniolo, to Bowen and a 1-2 with Firpo and slots it into the far side. 1-0. Lovely start. 10 minutes later, though, it didn't last long. Moise Keane to James Rodriguez. He fires it in 1-0. And that was how it stayed until late on. We were knocking on the door. We were going. Finally, we got our dividends. And Firpo, feeding Fornals, who was on as a substitute, he fired that in. And yeah, it was totally deserved. We had more than twice their shots. We had a good 10% more possession than them. We totally dominated the game. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net in that second half until late on. That brought us to the last league game of the month. It was another home game. We deserve a few after playing 9 in a row away from home. It was Villa, the Battle of the Claret and Blues. So a couple of changes made in this one here. Noble's been playing the past couple of games in midfield. He's been all right getting the running games, but the big one was Lascelles in the middle of the 3. Didn't really have the best of games. First half, nothing happened. Second half, Armstrong with a great volley from the edge of the area to give Villa the lead. Lasted 10 minutes, short corner routine, Noble, Fornals, Noble to Zaniolo from the edge, firing that one in. And then with 20 minutes to play, deep free kick from Bowen, and Regani peeled off his marker to volley at home at the far post. Once again, this was one that we deserved to win. We got the more chances. We got the most possession. The XG is nearly double theirs. We played well. Not everyone did. Lascelles 6.3. He's burning through his lifelines like they're going out of fashion now. I can't keep carrying a player like that, especially in the middle of those 3 defenders. And then either side, my wing-backs did not have the best of games. But overall, good team performance, and it carried us on to a 100% league record that month, which puts us in a fantastic position with 11 games left in the league of being second place, 3 points behind the leaders Liverpool, but we are 2 games in hand. We're in touching distance now. It's in our hands. We do what we can do. We can win this league. My only concern is when we get to the absolute tail end of the season, our last 3 games, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man U. I need more than 6. I need more than a 6-point lead. I need more than a 6-point lead to go into those 3 games. But there we go. Between now and then, it's only really the Man City game that we've got that concerns me. Next month, we've got Fulham in the FA Cup, Arsenal, Burnley twice, and Brentford. That's in March. That should be another 100% league month for us. So, yeah, we're in touching distance, but we've got 1 game left, and it's the Carabao Cup Final. It's Wembley again, 3 times in 3 seasons, and it's Leeds, who we've beaten twice already. Now, I gave Lascelles his last lifeline. Now, he started at the centre of those 3. Apart from that, it was an unchanged side. First half was very, very, very even. We'll go through the key highlights rather than just the goals on this, with it being a final. These had some good playing. They played well outside the edge of the area, but when they comes onto the shot, Schlager was an absolute beast there. From the resulting free corner, Souček, whenever they seemed to find a chance, we snuffed it out. Into the second half, it was still the same. Outside the edge of the area, they were fine. As soon as they getting that shot away or getting those chances, either Schlager was there or a defender. Just before the hour mark, we finally make our mark on it. Zaniolo with a lovely, lovely effort there, just bounced off the crossbar. We started to grow into the game in the second half. There wasn't much at all in the first half. Snuffed it out again, early door there. As soon as they get to the edge there, we shut the door on them. Again, as you see, they can have the ball there. As soon as it comes to the edge, we snuff it out. And then Elena feeding Zaniolo, who finally got himself a bit of space and fired it in. 1-0. Advantage West Ham. Just a couple of minutes later, Leeds again working through the lines, getting there. We're sitting off. We play counter-attacking football, essentially. We're counter-press, and as soon as we press, we go. They get, we shut them down, and then we're going again. Bowen beating his man for pace, and then firing it, and a good save there. It really was a story of that. They attack, get to the edge, we shut them out, and then break on them. Short corner routine, unfortunately, this time didn't quite come through. Leeds did start getting a little bit more and more direct, so they weren't trying to play out of defence all the while. They were taking the long kicks. But again, comes to the crossing, we beat them, we knock them away, and break on them. Elena to Bowen, and that was 2. 5 minutes after the first goal, the template was set again. They attack, we break them down, we counter on them, and away we go. With 15 to play, with a short corner routine, which was going well, but so close with that one, over the crossbar with that. Again, another attempted chip, so close. Another one that just skims the crossbar. They attack, we shut them down, and then we counter on them. Unfortunately, this time, Elena gets crowded out himself. By the time he's taking the shot, he's too far wide really to get it. Just under 10 to play. Leeds did have the ball in the back of the net, but VAR ruled that offside. It was tight, but he was. There was no denying there. If it hadn't gone to him, if it had scored from anywhere else, it would have been fine. But it was standing there offside. And then in injury time, we're still going forward. We're not happy with that. We're playing with such freedom now. It's injury time. We've pretty much got it won. Throw in Rice with a great header there, freeing up Elena. Elena feeding Bowen. Bowen to the edge, round the keeper, slots it home for the 3, his second. And that made it game, set, and match. Another bit of silverware. 2 trophies in 2 seasons. That's 2 in the 3 in the total. First time we won the Carabao Cup. That's another one to knock off the list with that. We didn't have it all our way. No, they came forward. A lot of their chances, though, as you see, there's only really a couple of their 8 on target were worthy of a highlight. The only one in the first half, to be honest. But the defence coped so well. Especially once it dragged Lascelles. Lascelles did not play well at all. He came off. Rice came in and played better. Firpo did get injured on the half hour. Olivier Busquets came in and covered that. As soon as they attacked, we're fine to the edge of the area. As soon as they got to the edge of the area, shut the door on them, break out, and we can go and counter on them, which served so well for us. But yeah, it was nice. It was another bit of silverware. And guarantees that we're going to winning season already, no matter what else happens. That brings us bang up to date now. We have got in March, it's another month with 6 games. Up next is the FA Cup 5th round against Fulham. Then we've got Arsenal. Then Napoli is a return leg to try and get to that second knockout stage. Back to back with Burnley and then Brentford. So yeah, we've got another good chance of getting another 100% in the league, and that's where we are standing now. So yeah, we're getting very close to having a trophy filled season. We're still in the FA Cup. We're right on the tails of Liverpool to get our first league titles. We've already got the Carabao Cup, and we're still in the Champions League, fighting on four fronts. The squad's looking healthy, the tactics looking strong. Hopefully, this could be our season. That's the video. Thanks for watching. As always, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give us a little comment. Let us know how you think we're going. How do you think we'll be getting on at the end of the season? I am on Twitter as well. You can see it on the bottom here, Dave_Goodger FM. I'm also on Twitch, where I stream on a Tuesday and a Friday on a different series we've got going. It's a Brecon City series going over on Twitch. That's Dave Goodger FM on Twitch. Hit me up there, give me a follow, say hello on the next stream, and I'll see you the next time. Thanks for watching.